Former President Donald Trump was mocked on Monday after a judge dealt him a humiliating blow by immediately dismissing his bid to delay his Manhattan hush money trial.
Oh no!
Trump's desperate pleas, based on the argument that they wanted to change the venue for the trial, were summarily denied by Judge Elizabeth Gonzalez, clearing the way for the former president's first criminal trial to begin on April 15th. So now, on Tuesday, they try to appeal unsuccessfully again. I'll have more information on that. Commenters on social media couldn't help but laugh as his latest stall attempt fizzled out. The appellate division issued this order so quickly, the judges didn't even have time to stop laughing, wrote conservative attorney George Conway. Allison Gill writes, denied, no change of venue for the election interference, hush money trial, sad. Another just said, good. Single judge declines to advance Trump's venue change motion to a full appellate panel. Change of venue and stay motions denied. Sounds like New York is done screwing around. New ruling that the screaming toddler must go to bed without supper is upheld, wrote the exhausted lib. So, look, this is Trump's first criminal trial. The others have been civil trials. So, albeit, by the way, massive civil penalties. I mean, $93 million. And then for the E. Jean Carroll, and then $454 million for the civil fraud trial in New York. Damn, that's a lot of money. Okay, he's not going to have anything left if he has anything at all at this point, all right? Pretty much, he's going to be like,
I'm not worth your McDonald's money.
Because he doesn't have it. He doesn't have anybody left. But anyway, or he won't. But that said, this is a felony trial, meaning that it's going to cost him more than money. It'll cost him his freedom, possibly. So this Manhattan trial, which was brought by District Attorney Alvin Bragg and was also the first of the 4 cases to return an indictment, centers on the falsification of business records. Now, that's usually a misdemeanor in New York, okay, under New York law, but can be elevated to a felony if it's in the pursuit of another crime, which would be, in this case, federal election crime, specifically campaign finance crime. So, yeah, these are hush money payments, like I said, to adult film star Stormy Daniels, as well as model Karen McDougal, to keep the affairs of an alleged, or to keep the details of an alleged affair quiet ahead of the election. So that could be considered a campaign contribution, right? Now, Bragg is prosecuting this as a felony, arguing that it was done in service of this illegal campaign finance scheme to benefit his campaign off the books, because it was not written as a campaign contribution. It was not written as legal fees for a campaign contribution. And so, look, the entire plot involved Michael Cohen who, by the way, went to prison for it, for his involvement. He pleaded guilty to campaign finance charges about these payouts to Daniels and McDougal in exchange for their silence. He also got hit with tax evasion, lying to Congress about Donald Trump's business dealings. So Cohen goes to prison, but Donald Trump doesn't. Even though it's very likely that he directed Michael Cohen to make the payments on his behalf. Now, Cohen is prepared to testify on that. I know that he is not the most trustworthy person. I've said it before. Dude is a snake, right? That's why you worked for Trump in the first place. You have to be willing to debase yourself and to do terrible things and to lie, cheat, steal in order to work for Donald Trump. And so, that said, it's not just Cohen saying Trump directed me to do this. You also had American Media Inc., right? Or AMI. Now, they made an immunity deal with prosecutors, admitting that they had made the payments in concert with the Trump campaign to protect him from the stories they think that it would have hurt his candidacy. So, you have a lot of people involved, very unlikely, that he didn't know about it, okay, or direct it. And by the way, Trump had reimbursed Cohen for the payments anyway, so he absolutely knew. Not only that, but the New York Times reported that Cohen's court documents revealed the fact that there were 2 senior Trump Organization executives involved in the hush money payments, and that Cohen had coordinated with one or more members of the campaign, including through meetings and phone calls about said payments. So, nonetheless, Trump wants to say, I don't know about the payments. Really? You're completely oblivious to all these things? Really? All these efforts to protect him? Yeah. How about, no, I don't buy it at all.
Bullshit.
Okay. Yeah. So that gets me to why he's doing these last minute delays, right? Delay. His only chance is to ensure that he delays long enough to win the election, which is why he tried on Tuesday to do a last minute delay, and also trying to invalidate his gag order. That was shut down by Judge Cynthia S. Kern. So, fail, sad, baby. Now, here's the thing. A conviction in this case wouldn't disqualify him for running for president or being president. So, I mean, really, he could just, I don't know, he could go through the trial and get convicted and still be able to run for president, serve for, as president. Okay. Why the delays then? Well, it may hurt his election chances. That's my guess. There's polling that suggests that 32% of people would reconsider voting for Donald Trump. 44%, by the way, would not. It's all according to a mid-March Politico Ipsos poll. So you 44% is like, oh, I don't care. He gets convicted in this for paying off a porn star? Totally fine. Died in an election affair? Totally fine. I wouldn't change my mind at all. Okay, great. Now, here's the thing, though. 36% of independents, we already know Democrats would be like, you know, of course, their mind is already made up. They're like, yeah, of course I care about this. And no, I would never vote for Donald Trump anyway, whether he's innocent or guilty. But 36% of independents that would be less likely to support the former president if he's convicted, that can be a significant amount of people that could theoretically impact the vote. So, I mean, this case has a lot of similarities to Watergate. So a conviction would mean that he would lose possibly a big chunk of independents. And at the end of the day, there might not be enough Republicans for him to win re-election. That is assuming, of course, that Joe Biden is able to get out the vote. And on that, that's another discussion for another time. Okay. That said, New York says no more delays, no more messing around. Let's get to the trial